Good morning, Misfits. It is TDS Tuesday. Welcome to the Daily Breakdown. I'm your host, Zack Bonfilio, aka the Misfit Patriot. Let's say hi to the live chat. Who do we got in here? We got great guy Gary. We got Bumba, T. Mitchell, Hollywood, Wiggy Nod Nod on the edge, Rhodes Head, Eden, Spoiled Bradley, Bumba, Georgia Mom, and Big Daddy Jameson. How we doing? Alrighty. What is a drunkard? Apparently, I am a drunkard. A drunk. I am a drunk. Yes. Yes, a drunkard. Someone characterized, maybe I am drunk, characterized as frequently getting intoxicated or behaving in a way associated with heavy drinking, not merely a person who happened to be drunk once. It often carries a negative judgmental implication, similar to calling somebody a drunkard. You'll see why that's on there in a minute, but let's get to the theme of the day. So, because it's TDS Tuesday, we named the show Tucker Does Stupidity. It's so funny, man. Tucker, one of my friends posted, like, this should be studied. Like, his downfall should be studied. It's like, he just skipped every exit. And he just went straight to, like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not hiding it at all. I am definitely working on behalf of the Democrats or the left. I am a useful idiot, controlled opposition, what have you. He did an interview with Hunter Biden, and apparently the laptop that Tucker, exposed, Jews did it. Yep, you heard that right. He blamed the Jews. We will get to that. But first, let's do this, okay? Let's go through. I want to get this out of the way. I got my pay, all right? Conveniently, a half hour after the show ended yesterday, I got my pay from Jeremy. And you're going to hear his excuse, but I think that's a little bit coincidental. I don't think that it was like everybody gets paid 10 days later. And I did delete yesterday's show because I didn't want. Why does my phone stop doing that? Stop doing that. Hold on. Let's turn off Bluetooth. Why does it do that? Sorry, guys. We have technical difficulties right away. I have to apparently turn off Bluetooth now. My phone will automatically connect to my computer. Okay? I don't know why. That must have been what was happening yesterday, and I just didn't realize it. Maybe that's what was happening with the technical difficulties, but I just noticed it again. I see my levels are good. I see people in the chat are saying I'm back. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Doxing requires malicious intent. My intent was to get my fucking money. All right, I wanted my money because it's my money. All right, I already went over this yesterday. We're not going to go over it again. But here's Jeremy's response to Hollywood, who's in the chat. This was Hollywood left a super chat, and Jeremy finally addressed it. So I'm going to show you why he's a dirty fucking liar, and then I think we're just going to move on. I don't think we're going to drag this out. I think it's kind of stupid and childish. It was stupid and childish yesterday, but I am stupid and childish. I've admitted that many times. Anyway, let's play this, and I will go point by point on Jeremy's reply to Hollywood. Here we go. Where's the volume? There we go.
Money, pay the man. Eli, I've been wanting to address this.
Oh, have
I've
you?
been seeing this all over the internet, as if everybody knows.
Hold on. You've been seeing it all over the internet, which means you knew I was trying to contact you about my fucking money. Good point. Thank you. Thank you for that admission.
How LFA TV works when it comes to the hosts.
Apparently, I didn't
All
fucking
right,
know either.
Hollywood, are you ready, bud? Here we go. First of all, you're listening to a drunk who clearly has issues. Number 2, ask Pete.
First of all, I have to agree with him. Not about the drunk thing. I got some issues. I think we all do. But all right, continue.
Ask Mike. Ask anybody who's ever left LFA TV. If there's been any money owed to them for their time as a host here, they get it 10 days after their last day.
Why, Jeremy? Why would you wait 10 days? I wonder if he's going to tell us.
And that's because when we had hosts first starting here, they didn't have cameras and stuff. So we had to get the LFA family to pitch in to get them cameras and equipment. And they have 10 days after their last day to return that equipment if they have it. So it's an automatic 10-day. And we tell our accountant, hey.
You know what, guys? This is just a big misunderstanding. It was a company policy that he never told me about. Not only did he not tell me about it, he didn't reply to any of my emails about it. He didn't have the accountant reply to any of my emails about it. The producer, Eli, didn't reply to any of my emails or my messages about it. He blocked me on all the platforms. So I was just running around not knowing about this company policy. Because if I had some equipment that I had to return, which I fucking don't, and he knew that, then that's, you know what, Jeremy? My bad. Apparently this is all my fault. I'm the asshole. Yeah. Okay. Why'd you cancel the fucking first one? You canceled the transfer, you asshole. I got an email right here on my phone that says, Live from America sent you a payment. Here, let's go ahead. Jeez, you are the worst liar. Okay. August 3rd. August 3rd. You canceled it. Guys, if you ran a company and you had initiated a payment to somebody and you had a company policy that, well, we pay people 10 days later in case they have equipment, and you know that that person does not have equipment, would you tell the bookkeeper to cancel the payment? Probably not. Fuck.
Hey, people are leaving. Take them off any payroll that they get for being a host of the show here. And after that 10-day period, they get whatever's owed to them, whether it's $1 or whether it's $500.
Probably a coincidence also that the day I dropped all your shit, right, and I told everybody to start messaging you because I wanted my money. That's just the 10th day. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody else knows about this policy. This is a policy that I just heard of on this show. Okay.
Today's the 10th day of the month.
Ah.
So sometime this week, anybody that was released or left LFA TV will get whatever they have coming from them in the way of, or to them, in the way of donations or in the way of even pay. That's how it works here. So sometime this week, Zack will get whatever's owed to him. Not that it's any of your business.
No, you're fucking right, I will, because I made sure of it. I told you, don't fuck with me. That's basically what happened. Then I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's 6 minutes long. He goes on to say something. Zack's show was I roll out of bed and I say, oh, I'm going to do the news. And I'm like, okay, look, guys, I can't believe I have to say this. Jeremy hired me. Jeremy reached out to me. I didn't reach out to Jeremy like, hey, can I please be on LFA? Jeremy, he reached out to me. So I'm assuming you saw my show. It's my, I'm doing the show that you hired me to do. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't like the show that I hired you to do, which you've continued doing the same way since I hired you. And when I hired you, I said to Jeremy, I'm going to do my show. I'm not going to do your show. And you were like, yeah. Also, all of a sudden, my show sucks. Does anybody remember Jeremy saying that he also offered me a 4 o'clock spot? He didn't technically fire me. He did some shady shit where he moved around behind the scenes, knowing I would not take a 4 o'clock spot, and then offered me a 4 o'clock spot, knowing I would reject it. But what if I said yes? What if I said, yeah, man, sure. Yeah, I'd love to do a pre-recorded show. No, no, motherfucker know what he's doing. Anyway, I'm over it. I got my money. I deleted the episode, so no, don't contact him, don't harass him, don't do any shit like that. That's I don't like doxing. I used my audience to reach out to somebody who was ignoring me that owed me money, and we're over it. Okay, so let's move on. Jeremy, you're a fat cunt, by the way. Go fuck yourself. I am gonna make sure that you don't get elected to office, by the way. Okay, now I'm over it. All right. Okay. So stupid. I'm so childish. All right. This is a weird freaking story. Lauren Boebert's son Tyler showed cops video he filmed of her leading to arrest. This is a weird headline that's very confusing. Look, I made a joke about this, right? I was like, Massey should have caught this one because you know how he's always talking about pedophiles and shit. Lauren Boebert's son was arrested on child sexual exploitation. And I do want to be fair here, right? This is apparently the summary. Lauren Boebert's son, he's 18. Apparently, he had made a sex tape with his 17-year-old girlfriend. So it's a 1 year difference. And then he sent it to her ex-boyfriend. If that's the case, then is it? I mean, is this even a story? It's kind of look. I mean, the kid's obviously a dumb kid. I think that I agree. I think that I agree with this assessment. This is just a dumb kid. If that's true, because I'm not reading all that. But if you do see it, I wanted you to be informed so you don't run around, with the whole like, oh, because I know Lauren Boebert's a woke right. She's woke right adjacent, and she's moving on, and she's annoying, and she's performative, and we don't like her. But this isn't really news, I don't think. If you guys disagree with me, then that's cool. But I just think that I don't think we should hammer her on that. Okay, moving on. I don't listen to pre-recorded shows. Yeah, real quick. Real quick, thank you. Why is this frozen? Jeez. Hold on. Oh, it wasn't frozen. I just didn't scroll down. Yeah, I don't listen to pre-recorded shows. Nobody does. That's the thing. It's like it's like you offered me a shit sandwich and then told me it was like gourmet cuisine. It's like I'm not gonna do I'm not going to do a pre-recorded show. It's like I interact with my audience. That's the whole point of doing live. It's like, by the way, his show's called Live from America. Why would you want me to do pre? I'm over it. I'm over it. What does Sean say? Regroup, reorient, refocus the mission, or some shit like that. That whole Jeremy thing is so stupid. It's so dumb. I got my money. We'll move on. Go shoo. All right. I'm trying to be the bigger man. I'm very bad at it. He's definitely bigger. All right. Now I'm over it. All right. So this story's crazy. Trump used an elaborate ruse to fly out of Turkey because of an Iran threat. And allegedly, there was some type of attempt on his there was some type of like truck that was pulling up and it was shifty and shady. I'm not 100% sure. So let's read this story together because I just rolled out of bed. I just rolled out of bed and hey, I'm going to read the news. Goat TV. Thank you. Alrighty. President Trump secretly flew out of last month's NATO summit in Ankara, Turkey, on an alternate military aircraft while the White House made it appear that the Republican president was flying out on Air Force One. The Post said the operation was prompted by an Iranian assassination threat against Donald Trump. The ruse was carried out as journalists, and some White House staffers were led to believe they were on the same plane as the president as we began his journey back to Washington. The Post cited material reviewed by the newspaper, officer familiar with the operation. Trump had flown out of the summit in a new Qatari gifted, retrofitted red, white, and navy blue jet. But ahead of departing Turkey, he said he would fly partway home on an older model baby blue Air Force One instead. Do they have the thing I saw online? Okay. However, according to a Post report, he was secretly shuttled to mission. The White House did not respond directly to questions about the Post report of the secret operation. Okay, so maybe what I saw was just clickbait, but I want to say it was Eric Daughtry. Let's go see if that is true or if it was clickbait. Come on, where was it? Was it not him? No, it must not have been him. I saw a video where there was like a truck pulling up, and whoever made that post was saying that there was Okay. Oh. Here it is. It was Eric Daughtry. Okay. My bad. I was under the impression that the catering truck was an assassination attempt. That's what I was reading it wrong. That's my fault. But yes, this is the post that Eric Daughtry said. So the catering truck is actually the truck that Trump used to switch planes. When I first saw this, I was just scrolling, and you know when you scroll and then you hit refresh and you can't find the damn post again? I was thinking, oh, there was an attempt. No. Okay, that makes sense. So Trump used the catering truck to switch planes because there was an Iranian threat on him, which there always is because, well, it's Iran. Oh, I mean, he killed pretty much every one of them. So I mean, I can see why they want to, but they also wanted to before. Anyway, all right. Well, that's that story. Apparently, it all went off without a hitch. So cool. Trump's staying one step ahead of him. You know, by the way, can we stop trying to kill him? Can we do that? Anybody? Is that okay? Can we just not? Can we just not? Can we give that a shot? Like, you guys try to kill him a lot. Not you guys, not like people in the chat, but I mean, how many? How many times have they tried to kill Trump already? It's like I don't remember that with other presidents. Like, I really don't. I don't remember, like, hey, some guy, like, I remember the Obama thing where the person like ran up to the White House and like, but he wasn't even there. They like really try to kill Trump. Like, they do it, like they go all the way. All right. Next story. In Minnesota and Wisconsin, competitive primaries will again test the power. By the way, I hate to keep harping on this, but isn't this the fucking news? Am I not doing the fucking news? Why did Jeremy say I don't do the news? This is the news. I'm doing the fucking news. Why did he say that? Why did you say that, you dick? Why did you? This is the news, dude. I'm the only person that actually does the news. Like, Paul Harrell read a fucking satire, like 326 follower account from India that claimed to be Mossad and fell for that stupid shit. I'm at least smart enough where I just go and read. Shut up. Moving on. Misfit doesn't do the news. I'm literally doing the fucking news. I typed in news. In fucking Jeremy. In Minnesota, from NPR, in Minnesota and Wisconsin, competitive primaries will again test the power of progressive candidates and voter fraud. All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh. Stop calling them progressives. Call them communists. That's what they are. They're just communists. Marxists, I guess, would be a little more accurate, but because it's broad. Minnesota and Wisconsin are holding primary elections on Tuesday that will determine how Democrats define themselves heading into the November midterm elections. So we got to send out some sway, I believe. Let's do that before we forget. Alrighty. So, for those of you that don't know, we got 133 voters, which means we have 133 registered people on our Sway app. If you have not joined Sway yet, please do. We have the beacons link right here. This is the QR code. You can scan this. Also, now that we're on our own channel on Rumble, you can go straight to the description if you're watching this on Rumble and click the link. The Sway link is also on there. Sway is the group that we all use so that I can help you get out the vote. So here's how it works. We have 133 registered people in here. I think we have a few more than that. We go to all states. All right, election on August 4th. So today's the 11th, so we got Minnesota, South Carolina, and Wisconsin. All right, so we're going to check those three, and we're going to say today is election day. It's really this simple. It's nothing crazy. But it's good. It's something that we can do. It's something that we can use to get out the vote. It's our own little network of people. So make sure you join so I can text you or email you. All right. Today is election day. Make sure to get out and vote. Nope. Nope. Call a friend. Tell a friend. Bring a friend. That's my version of Dan Bongino's 10, 10, and 10. Save America. Easy. See? That's it. That's how it works. 8 people we're going to be sending this to. So the more people that join, the more messages we get out. Like I said last time I did this, let's say you live in one of these states and it just slipped your mind. Let's say that you could just completely forgot, like we tend to do. You know, we tend to, let's say, like, I don't know, like we're pretty bad at like middle elections, right? We're very good at getting out every 4 years, but special elections, midterm elections, et cetera, we really need to start working on our ground game. So this is just a tool that we can use to get our ground game up. Zach, can you tell Sean to listen to your show? Why did that just come up? There we go. Can you tell Sean to listen to your show when you're interviewed? Yes, Cynthia, I can do that. I think I already might have sent it to him, but yeah, I'm happy to do that. I'll try to get Mike. I'll try to get him set up with Mike. I think I already did say something to him, but if I didn't, I will. Okay. But again, here's Sway. That simple. Okay. And you can go right here. You can share this group. Get as many people as you can to join the Misfit Army. Here's the map. We still need to fill 8 states, but we have a lot of people in a lot of states. We're trying to grow this. We're trying to build this, and it's very helpful for ground game. So I also have the midterm cheat sheet, which I keep on. I'm not lying. I really mean it when I say I want to work on it, but I just don't have the time. It's been a rough week with work, rough in a good way, but I will get to that. All right, back to this story. All right, took a little detour just to get those messages out, but Minnesota and Wisconsin are holding their primary elections today, the ones we just sent out messages for. Wisconsin is a swing state in presidential elections, and Minnesota has been a stronghold for Democrats over the last 2 decades. Journalists from across the NPR network in Minnesota and Wisconsin are covering the races in their communities. Here's what they are watching. Why did you do that? Pop-ups are gay. Don't be gay. All right. A week after progressive Abdul al-Sayed narrowly defeated a more moderate candidate, another test of progressive power will play out in neighboring Midwestern swing state. So this is what we really want to look for. We want to watch. We want to watch Minnesota and Wisconsin because there is. I don't like to immediately jump to fraud, right? But we have to be able to use our we have to be able to use our critical thinking skills and see if this does turn out to be like one of these DSA candidates wins. We're going to have to really try to figure out what we need to do in November because it's going to start getting scary. If they don't, if the Democrats have figured out how to, lock this down in more of a purpley district, it's going to be looking pretty good for us in November, in my opinion. But if they are able to, take this from a purple-ish state, then we're gonna have some issues. We will really need to hit the too big to rig campaign strategy, and we need to start really taking this seriously. I think we should take it seriously regardless, but today is going to be a big day. That's my point. Today is going to be a huge day, and we're going to see what happens. But the Democrat Party is imploding, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing for us, but we're going to find out. Okay. I joined, but nothing's going on in my state. So yeah, by the way, guys, you're not going to get a ton of messages from me right now. But if you're joining the Misfits midterm cheat sheet, and there's nothing going on in your state, once it gets down to closer to November, I'm probably going to be sending out messages on this thing like every few days. I'll be just going all. I'm not going to be going for targeted. I don't think. I think I'm just going to be sending everybody messages. Right now, because it's primaries, we're doing targeted. Primaries are targeted. General will go more broad. Okay, moving on. Yeah, but again, let's keep an eye on these, and we're going to see what happens with them. All right. I think this might have been covered on the Maha Minute yesterday. Trump signs in, or maybe it wasn't, I don't remember. Trump signs order to limit childhood vaccines and split MMR shots. That's very good. It's crazy how many vaccines we give kids in this country. It's wild. President Trump has signed an order that calls for fewer childhood vaccines, also recommends splitting the mumps, measles, and rubella. Yeah. Decades ago, children received only a small fraction of the vaccines required today, Trump said. In those times, people were much healthier, and of course, the high rates of autism now observed did not exist. All right, that's hyperbole. Yes, they did. Definitely not at these levels. But actually, he is kind of right. But I mean, I think that when he does that hyperbole thing, it really hurts him, and it's like it's just Trump. We've just sort of learned to live with it because you're just giving them ammo. You're just giving them ammo, right? It's like, dude, stop giving them ammo. President has long cast doubt on the safety of MMR vaccines, but multiple studies found no connection between the shots and autism. Yeah, you didn't find it because you're not looking for it, okay? Dude, I'm autistic, and I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of shots. There's something wrong with... There's some correlation. I'm not a crazy person for saying that. There's definitely some type of correlation. Medical experts have criticized the new order and said could reduce vaccination rates and expose children to harmful diseases. They'll get over it. They're kids. Jeez, why do you need to pump them full of frickin' chemicals? Like you literally it's wild how they don't think of the other part, right? It's like, yeah, what if they get something? Well, they might not, but what if they get something from the shit that you're putting in there? Why are you putting so much shit in there? Why are you stabbing a kid 20 something times with a needle when th're like, why do you need hepatitis? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, COVID red pilled so many people, and now it's like I might be wrong, but I'm just like I just don't make sense to me. Don't stop it. Stop it. Go to an AA meeting. Wait, are we really drunks? Or is there actual drunks? Drunk polls by text. If I sign up, I want drunk text. Well, according to Jeremy, I am a drunk, so maybe they're all drunk texts. You know, maybe if I text you anything, that is a drunk text. Checkmate. He's a drunk. Dude, I run a fucking company. I mean, I guess I could be. I could be a functioning alcoholic. But nah, I usually drink on weekends. That's what I do. I usually drink on weekends. I didn't drink Sunday. You know? I mean, it is what it is. I'm an adult. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Doesn't Eli always talk about how he's going to bourbon and stuff? Shut up. You fucking hypocritical cunt. Anyway, sorry. I keep on getting roped back into that. All right. Actually, I'm the one doing the roping. All right. Reducing them. I'm getting back to this story. I am ADD all over the place. Okay. We are reducing them. It's not only that you're doing fewer vaccines or jabs, as they say, but you're doing them in a series of visits to the doctor. Yeah, spreading them out. I've heard that's widely agreed upon in the medical community, that at least spreading them out is better, as opposed to just jabbing a kid right after they come out the chute. It's just like hit them with that hit them with that glow stick. Like, nah. According to the CDC, the MMR vaccine carries a very small risk. Very small is not none. Risk of febrile seizures for young children, including severe allergic reactions or weakened immune system. Okay, so there's risks. Do nothing, and what do they get? They get chickenpox or measles or mumps, and they get over it, and then they have regular immunity. It's like, stop stabbing kids with the needles. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with this one. I'm at the stop stabbing kids with needles. I'm in that camp. All right. What's up with all these earthquakes? Why are there so many earthquakes? Now there's one in Colombia. Is there an earthquake season? Am I like hurricane season? Am I retarded for thinking that? Is that right? I wonder if I'm right. I mean, I'm not even right or wrong. I'm asking. Is there an earthquake season, or are we just seeing a whole bunch of earthquakes? August 10th, death toll rises to 132 in Colombian earthquake association says. At least 132 people died and 570 are injured as a result of a 7.4 magnitude earthquake that struck in western Colombia. According to the Colombian Association of Capital Cities, you can track developments here in maps and charts. How are they going to separate the rubble from the cocaine? Yeah, that's going to be tricky because it's all dusty looking. I'm sure they'll figure it out. I have very dry humor today. Rescue efforts. Emergency responders are racing to dig people out of the rubble. Among the collapsed structures were the pediatric and... All right, that's terrible. Now I feel like a dick. Or the pediatric and neonatal sections of a hospital in Cali. The government has declared a national disaster and deployed soldiers to the area to get the cocaine. All right. Plate tectonics. I'm going to see if you guys have updated me on whether or not earthquake season. No season. There is no season. Okay, so if there's no season, right, then what the fuck is going on? If there's no earthquake season, why do we keep seeing these? Are we gonna do the thing? Are we gonna go down the Alex Jones? It's the direct energy weapons, and they're trying to get all these earthquakes so they can distract you from the globalists and the Jews. He's an idiot. All right. Well, no earthquake season. Apparently, there's just a bunch of earthquakes lately. All right. Okay. Oh my God. Pakistan signals progress on U.S.-Iran deal as Washington and Tehran trade reparation demands. Please tell me this is not true. Okay, let me see. I'm not going to jump to conclusions based on the headline. Great. That's the only good impression I have, by the way. In the chat, they're like, that's a good Alex Jones impression. It's the only good one I have. All right. I think I can do RFK if I just grab my Adam's apple. Anyway, the U.S. and what the hell is that? Why is there's a ghost? There's a ghost here. Things just keep popping up out of fucking nowhere. The fucking emoji thing popped up. I didn't touch nothing. All right. The U.S. and Iran are close to some sort of arrangement over the Strait of Hormuz. It follows the Qatari Foreign Ministry spokesperson telling Al Jazeera, okay, that talks about opening a shipping channel through the strait were at a critical juncture. All right, so the headline is down here. We'll get to this. Let's just read it together. I know some people don't like that. I just rolled out of bed, but we're going to do it. This is my fucking show. And everybody apparently likes it. So that's why you had to try to stop them from following me. All right. Now, U.S. and Iran are close to some sort of arrangement over the Strait of Hormuz. Pakistan's defense minister told reporters on Tuesday that things are shaping up again in favor of peace arrangement or a deal. I say it every day. Bomb them. Just bomb. That's the negotiation tactic. Just bomb them. If you just bomb them, then that's the negotiation. You bomb them, and then they say, stop it. And then you go, you want another one? That's the negotiation tactic. That's how you do it. You want another one? But I don't know. Trump's nicer than me, I guess. All right, so let's see if we should or should not freak out about this. The U.S. and Iran trade reparation demands. The developments came even as Washington and Tehran appeared to have hardened their negotiating stance. President Trump said Monday that okay. Yes, I like this. This is the opposite of what Tucker said. Yes. Trump said that Iran should pay reparations for what he labeled the damage they've done over the past half a century. Quote, they asked for this is why you don't freak out when you read the headline. If you freak out and you read the headline, it's like they made it look like Trump said that reparations were a good idea to pay Iran because that was the conversation that was going around. That's what Tucker Carlson's been pushing. That's what a bunch of other people have been sort of saying. Like all of a sudden because the U.S. is like we invade all these countries. Yeah, well, we're freaking okay. I'm not paying you shit. Stop being terrorists. How about that? Anyway, here's the quote. Here's the actual quote. They asked for reparations, you might say, or they asked for money for the damage that we've done, and I say that's a good idea. Well, we're going to ask for money for the damage they've done over a 50-year period. You see, this is how they get you. This is why you don't hate the media enough. Trump was setting this up as a very Trumpian type of quote, where he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Reparations? Yeah, sure. Yeah." Oh, right after they pay us for the 50 years of damage that they've done. But they leave that part out. These sons of bitches. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. And they always jump on it. See NBC, you jump on it every single fucking time. You jump on it every time. You just can't help yourself. He added that compensation could only be applied to pay for damages for U.S. personnel killed or wounded in the Middle East, as well as to the families of protesters killed in a crackdown on mass unrest by the Iranian regime this year. If there's damages to be paid, I think Iran should pay those damages. Oil prices jumped sharply on Tuesday, with a global benchmark oil futures adding 2.5%. That does not seem very sharp. um, to trade near $90 a barrel. 2.5% does not sound sharp to me. Does it? Does it sound sharp? 5, 10, that would be sharp. 2.5 seems moderate. It seems like it's not so sharp. It seems like it's very dull, in fact. Before pairing gains in response to Pakistan's comments, Brent traded at 0.3% higher. 0.3%. That's super sharp. We don't hate the media enough. We don't. We don't hate the media enough. When people read this shit, they don't realize that they're subconsciously being led to believe that that 2.5% is sharp. Is not. And like we did this yesterday. Like we went and we were like, how much, like, oil prices rose. Like, okay, have they rose over the course of the week? No, they've dropped. But they rose on Monday. 0.3%. Insane, dude. Why? Urgh. It's like, urgh. It's like, I'm like, do we take, instead of like overthrowing the government, can we overthrow like MSM headquarters? I'm just kidding. But seriously, when are they going to stop this shit? Like, when are they going to stop this? For anybody new that doesn't know, I hit the button after the swear or before it on purpose. Okay, I'm not fucking that up. I'm doing it very, very intentionally. When are they going to stop this shit? Because they have to. Like, this is not sustainable. It's not sustainable to have a media in this country that does this all the time. Like, it's all the time. They do it all the time. We can't have that. It's insane. We can't have that. Something needs to be done. I mean, we could start with, the Smith-Month Act. I guess that would help a little bit, but I don't know. Like, we gotta take like money out of it. Like, we gotta like, I mean, that would be the best solution. Like, I mean, like, I don't know because I'm a capitalist. So I like every time I think of a solution, I'm like, no, you can't do that because I'm a constitutionalist. I'm a constitutionalist and I'm a capitalist. So I'm like, damn, do we just deal with this? Do we just deal with these corrupt douchebags who lie to us every day? Do we do that? That's crazy. We're just going to do that? It's like being in a freaking abusive relationship, but you can't, not only can you not leave because the freaking doors are locked, but they're just nonstop. Like, you're actually the piece of shit. It's like, fucking, dude. All right. Armed troops have patrolled. This is the last story of the day before we get into Tucker. Armed troops have patrolled D.C. for 1 year now. It's challenging democratic norms. What the fuck are democratic norms? What does that mean? Democratic is a voting system. Democratic is a majority, like, tallying system of, like, what does that mean? We're a republic, idiot. We're a republic. We are not a democracy. On a recent sunny day at a neighborhood park in Washington, dozens of people stretched out on blankets. Oh my God, did they see people with guns? Did they see somebody with a gun? I didn't jump ahead. I bet you that's what's coming up. And there it is. And a line of four National Guard members in full uniform, each armed with a handgun. They walked single file through the scene. Oh my God, we saw somebody with a gun. The humanity. It's fucking America, dude. We got a lot of them. By the way, we're going to cut the YouTube stream because I have something to show you. And I just got reminded of it. Okay. First of all, let's get to a word from our sponsor because I forgot to do it yesterday. All right. And then I got something cool to show you. So stick around. Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Patriot Pouch. If you're trying to kick nicotine or tobacco products and you don't want to deal with those usual withdrawals, this is something you'll want to check out. Patriot Pouch is a nicotine-free, tobacco-free, and non-carcinogenic pouch. It uses nixidine, which binds to the same receptors as nicotine, helping curb cravings with a cleaner, better, and smoother effect. One of the best parts, it's less addictive, making it easier to wean yourself off and finally break that habit for good. So, whether you're looking for a simple, healthy alternative to what you're currently doing, or if you're trying to quit smoking, vaping, or even traditional pouches entirely, Patriot Pouch is the choice for you. And unlike a lot of products that claim to be made in the USA, but they're actually produced in places like India or China, Patriot Pouch is 100% made and manufactured right here in America, the greatest country in the world. You can try all 4 flavors with the Sovereign Sample 4-pack, or you can go straight to my personal favorite, Orange You Glad You're an American. Head over to patriotpouchusa.com and use the code MISFIT15 at checkout to get 15% off your order. Or you can also scan the QR code you see on the screen by heading over to my Beacons link. And that is, again, patriotpouchusa.com, code MISFIT15. Go get your Patriot Pouch today. Alrighty, thank you, Patriot Pouch, for sponsoring the show. Okay, so let's go over to, let's end, nope, how do we do, code MISFIT15. Shut up. I don't know how to do this. Here we go. Okay. Ending the YouTube.